I'm on a mission to find the best non-meta teams, and I think I may have discovered something illegal, and it involves Mega Gallade. Today, I'm going to go over the team, how it works, show you some games where I play it, and at the end, I'll share the replica code with you so you can try it for yourself. So going into the team, the first Pokemon we should talk about is Mega Gallade. So the team is built around Mega Gallade. We use a spread of 32 attack, 32 speed, 2 HP, and an adamant nature. This gives Gallade the most damage possible with the most speed possible without obviously being jolly, and allows it to deal some serious damage. For abilities, it's really your pick whether you go steadfast or justified. I go steadfast just in case we think we're going to get fake out at turn 1 and we don't mind getting a speed boost out of that. For the moves, I use Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword is a good stab fighting type move, and it ignores their defense buffs if they have got any, so for example Corviknight or anything like that. Additionally, if you wanted to, you could go Drain Punch if you just want to have a bit more sustain. Drain Punch deals a lot of damage to Incineroar, it deals a lot of damage to Garchomp, and it just heals you at the same time, so that's another good option. And if you're really looking at dealing with Incineroar on the same turn, on like the first turn you fight against it, then Close Combat would be your way to go about it. Close Combat deals a lot of damage, it one-shots Incineroar nearly every time. And the only time it really won't is if maybe if it has like a Triple Berry or something. Next up is Triple Axle. So Triple Axle is used for dealing with Garchomp and Dragonite specifically. For Dragonite, if all 3 hits connect, Mega Dragonite will go down to Triple Axle. Garchomp will always go down to Triple Axle as long as all 3 connect. However, with Dragonite, if you just want to make sure that you're one-shotting it, you can fake out at first, and then the multi-scale is gone, meaning that you only need 2 hits to finish it off. I also run Poison Jab on the Mega Gallade. Now, the Poison Jab is here to deal with things like Floette or Mega Meganium if you just want to one-shot Meganium. Now, there is a case to be made about like Zen Headbutt or Psycho Cut if you want to have a Psychic-type stab move that deals with, say, for example, Sneasler or any other fighting type that you might be going up against. In my case, I haven't found that I needed this. I find that Poison Jab tends to have the best use case for this team. And lastly, we run Protect. Protect obviously just keeps us alive, allows us to stall out turns of Trick Room, allows us to stall out turns of Tailwind, allows us to stall out the sun, the rain, whatever we really need to stall out. Okay, next on the team is Tinkaton. Tinkaton is running max HP, 2 defense, and 32 speed with a jolly nature to get as much speed as possible for our fake out pressure. We run own tempo on Tinkaton so that it can't be intimidated by things like Incineroar and Arcanine. I'm running a Focus Sash on my Tinkaton. I don't think it needs it because it has such a high HP stat, but I just wanted to prevent any one-shots from coming into us at any given moment in time. So I am going to keep using it, but you could use other options in this slot instead. I'm not 100% sure what would be the best, but I definitely think that there are better options. This is just what's worked for me so far. So for the moves, we're running Fake Out for just pressure, making sure that our opponent can't move if we are leading with the Tinkaton. We're also using Play Rush for some stab damage if we want to deal damage into those dragon types that are rampant in the meta at the moment. Thunder Wave for just being really annoying, and it helps deal with really fast teams as well. So if you're into Basculegion, I've found that just whack in a Thunder Wave on it up front, turn 1, really sort of makes it really frustrating. Even under Tailwind, the chance of them actually not moving can sometimes just cause your opponent to forfeit the game. It also works really well into teams that you're trying to stall out, because this team, from my experience, does do a lot of stalling. You're sort of trying to just build out the team, build out the game, and see how far you can get it to go. And finally, we use Gigaton Hammer. This is specifically for dealing with Floette. It one-shots Floette. Your Tinkaton will always move first. So if you are going up into Floette, slam it with a Gigaton Hammer and it will one-shot it for you. Next on the team is Trevenant. Trevenant is running 32 HP, 14 defense, and 20 special defense with an impish nature, increasing his defense even further. This spread for Trevenant just makes it really hard to remove from the field for our opponents. A lot of the time they do have to double into this slot if we've hit them with an Intimidate or we've hit them with a Will-O-Wisp. So our Trevenant is running a Citrus Berry for sustain, and then Harvest for the potential to actually get another one at the end of a turn, right? So we can just sort of sustain for a long period of time with this Trevenant and set up Will-O-Wisps onto our physical attackers, onto our opponent's physical attackers, sorry. So we want to Will-O-Wisp things like Garchomp, we want to Will-O-Wisp things like Sneasler. Anything that is going to hit you with a physical move, Will-O-Wisp will deal with it. Excadrill, Tyranitar, it'll deal to it. Sucker Punch is basically just there to help deal with Gengar, and also just gives you some sort of priority because Trevenant is really slow and Sucker Punch might just be able to finish off a kill or do enough chip damage that you can get the kill with one of your other Pokemon. Protect allows you to stall out those turns for harvest, get more citrus berries, and just survive for ages. And then Horn Leech is your stab type move that helps deal with things like Basculegion. Not that Trevenant is that good into Basculegion because Last Respects does deal to our Trevenant, but Horn Leech will help deal with water types and it'll just sustain you. It's good into Garchomp because it heals more than Garchomp's Rough Skin deals to you, so that's always a bonus. Next up on the team is Incineroar. I know Incineroar isn't an off-meta Pokemon, but it just works so well in this team and we're trying to counter the meta. We're not trying to not play the meta necessarily, so we're going like sort of a combo on this one. This Incineroar is my usual spread of 32 HP, 1 attack, 23 defense, 8 special defense and 1 speed with an impish nature, making it really hard to remove. However, this Incineroar is running a Chople Berry, so the Chople Berry will allow us to reduce the damage from one super effective fighting type move, so something like a Aura Sphere from Lucario or a Close Combat from Sneasler. It'll reduce that damage for us, which is really beneficial. We obviously run Intimidate on this Pokemon. It really works so well. Fake Out for the usual reasons, just stopping our opponent from moving. Flare Blitz for going into things like Sinistra and any other sort of grass or steel type that needs to be dealt to. Snarl is our move that we use to help deal with things like special attackers. So, you know, Dalfox, if we're playing Mega Dalfox team, we're going to snarl that to Oblivion. Same with Frostlass, we want to snarl that to Oblivion because Frostlass is a hard matchup for this team. Snarling that into Oblivion and then Darkest Lariating it or Flare Blitzing it makes the rest of the game really, really easy. And finally, we run Darkest Lariat. That is for one-shotting ghost types. That is for one-shotting psychic types. It's a really good move. It just helps us out a ton in this team. Next up, and probably the weirdest pick of the lot, is we're actually running Aerodactyl. Now, Aerodactyl is really meta at the moment, I know. A lot of people are running Aerodactyl, and I'm no different in this team. We're running 2 HP, 32 attack, 32 speed with a Jolly Nature, just getting as much speed as possible. This thing is so fast. However, our Aerodactyl is holding an Aerodactylite. So Aerodactyl is in there as a second option for a Mega Pokemon, just in case the Gallade angle isn't on, and specifically into things like Mega Charizard Y, like fire-based teams. This is such a good Pokemon. So you can run Aerodactyl as a Mega and go in there with a Rock Slide and just deal massive damage, or if you need to deal with Sneasler, we are running Dual Wing Beat, which will one-shot Sneasler most of the time, and we should move first, because unless we intimidate it and it gets unburdened from its ability. We're running Unnerve on the Aerodactyl. That just stops our opponent from using Citrus Berries, Chople Berries, anything that is going to reduce our damage or make them last on the field for longer. Aerodactyl helps us with that. And then we are running Tailwind if we just want to play Aerodactyl as a support, because it is a good option as a support if you need it. And then Protect just to stay alive for a little bit longer. Last but not least on this team is Milotic. Our Milotic always runs the same spread. It's 23 HP, 19 defense, 25 special defense, and a bold nature. This just makes it as tanky as possible. It survives so many hits. And then we are running Protect for sustain alongside Recover for sustain. Icy Wind to deal a little bit of damage to Dragon types, but mostly it's there for speed control. And then we're running Muddy Water to deal stab damage to things like Torkoal, things like Typhlosion, things like Tyranitar and Excadrill, right? This just helps you a bit. And there is the possibility that they accuracy drops. It's very rare that it actually benefits you, but it is part of the move. We also run Leftovers on the Milotic. Leftovers are really good, just keeps you alive for longer, keeps you healing, and just really saves your life a lot of times. We use Competitive in case they are running Incineroar or we get any stat drop. We can just get the Competitive boost, and that actually turns Milotic into a threat. Then it becomes very powerful at that stage. and they just got to hope that Milotic doesn't take over the game. So for matchups into Garchomp, look to lead either Aerodactyl or Gallade and Tinkaton. I found bringing Incineroar in the back helps, as does Trevenant, as Will-O-Wisp plus Intimidate just basically ruins Garchomp's ability to deal damage. It also actually sort of ruins things like Sneasler as well if you've already procced his Unburden. White Herb Unburden. Into Dragonite, you're looking to lead Gallade and Mega Evolve into the Dragonite Mega. This will one-shot Dragonite with Triple Axle as long as all three connect, or you use Fake Out first to break the multi-scale. Against Charizard, you're looking at Aerodactyl as your Mega Pokemon alongside Incineroar or Milotic lead. This gives you control, negates the ability of the opponent to run away with the game early as well, which a lot of Charizard teams like to do. They just want to get in there, Mega Evolve, hit you with the Heat Wave, and deal with you. With the Aerodactyl plus the Incineroar, that's pretty impossible. With the Aerodactyl plus the Milotic, it's almost impossible. Now, he can Solar Beam, but that's not going to deal stab damage, so usually Milotic will survive a Solar Beam. Against Floette, you're looking to run Tinkaton and Gallade together. Tinkaton can one-shot with the Gigaton Hammer, as I mentioned earlier, and it moves before Mega Floette, so as long as you can get the hit into it, it will one-shot. Gallade is there more to take like pressure away from whatever Pokemon Floette leads with, which is often things like Sinistcha or Sneasler. So it just sort of takes that pressure away, and then you try and get the one-shot with the Tinkaton. Haven't played against any Mega Frostlass teams yet, but Incineroar and Tinkaton would be my lead, because they do seem to be able to deal with Frostlass pretty easily if you can just double into it. Incineroar could also just spam Snarl and destroy Frostlass's special attack stat as well, which would just sort of eliminate any pressure from that team. Alright guys, that's enough from me. I'm going to jump into the games now and show you how I pilot this team. And at the end, I will give you the replica code for the team, so make sure you stick around the whole time to learn how to use the team, but also how to build the team using the replica code for yourself. And I will see you at the end. He gets a Tailwind up. He might just be going for Hurricane into this slot now. I think I'm double switching, hey. This is kind of a weird switch in, because I could just eat a Hurricane here. Or a Weather Ball. Or I could just switch into Supercell Slam, that's cool too. And Hurricane. What the fuck, bro? How did he know I was going to do that? How did he know I was going to do that? I'm just going to protect here. That's not good. That is not good at all. See if we can't get a Will-O-Wisp off. And we missed the play rough. That's cool. Got the paralysis proc. And we got the Will-O-Wisp off. So the reason I'm Will-O-Wisping here is because I just want to be able to deal damage to it. And basically negate its life orb. Its leftovers. It's my whole theory. Let's see if we can deal to the Caliper. He might do Electro Shot here. Yeah, we just don't have enough damage for Pelipper. We survived. Horn Leech comes out. Pretty massive. Does he just use Tailwind again? Yeah. This is a hard match now. No rain though. And we were faster than him under Tailwind, so I'll go for that and a Sucker Punch into this slot and just see what happens. You're probably switching out though. He was. And rigorous. Intimidate doesn't do anything to the Tinkaton. We go for the Sucker Punch. It does nothing. Oh, I thought we were faster than him. Okay. Guess not. Wait, am I just... I think I've lost. I don't think there's any way to win this one. He missed the Draco Meteor. The Sacred Sword one-hit KOs. Was that a crit? No, it wasn't. And the Will-O-Wisp goes off. Which is massive. We found another Citrus Berry to heal ourselves back up again. Here comes the Pelipper. How many turns did Tailwind left? 1, so we just double protect this turn. Pretty simple turn for us. We might still be in this actually. He could go for that reckless rampage thing and miss and kill himself. He didn't. He went for Throat Chop again. Plus Hurricane. This is really weak now. But this is burnt, so Throat Drop won't deal as much damage. Yeah, the burn is massive here. We eat the citrus berry. We land the poison jab, so there's no more fucking tailwind for you. Who is his last mon? And we found another citrus berry. That's why I love Trevenant. Helios. So in this case, we just double protect this turn. Yeah. Let's see what he's going for here. He could be going for like Dazzling Gleam. There's the Throat Chop again. Does absolutely nothing. There's the Dazzling Gleam. Does nothing. Now we can Poison Jab this and Sucker Punch this slot. And we could have the win here. Because I think it's Choice Scarf, if I'm being honest, because it's only using Throat Chop. I mean, it's got other moves too. That'll end that one. Now, can our Poison Jab KO? Yeah, easily. And that's the win, boys. That's how you beat the Rain team. Let's do one more. Alright, game 2. I forgot to hit record, but we're up against the Rain again. So in this case, I kind of like Trevenant. No, I actually like Tinkaton and Gallade more. And then I like having Incineroar and a Trevenant in the back. Because in the last game, Aerodactyl was pretty poor. It did get one shot though, so what can you expect? Sneasler and Gengarino. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to use that there. And I'm just going to protect my Gallade. Just going to try and Thunder Wave the Gengar here. He might close combat me with Sneasler. But, in theory, he should be going for, like, Fake Out. Which we could have stopped with Inner Focus, but... yeah. So is he going double into Tinkaton here? No, he's not. Tinkaton flinch, so we go Thunder Wave into this slot. Now this is kind of bad for us because we can unburden him here with Incineroar. And now I'm locked in. Wait, am I just going for the kill though? Am I just going in for the kill though? This is the time that Zen Headbutt would actually be better than Poison Jab, because right now Zen Headbutt would deal to either of these Pokemon pretty fucking well. He protects the Sneasler. Does Gallade survive the Shadow Ball? Even though we have pretty good special defense. And Gigaton Hammer isn't quite enough. But it's okay, because Trevenant can come in here and use Sucker Punch. While we play rough into the Sneasler. That finishes that off. Fire Claw, that doesn't one-hit KO. We unburned it now. Caliper? Is the last Pokemon our Chaludon? Because then that's going to be really hard for us. I mean, he's got Protect on the Sneasler. Right. Let's Thunder Wave that. And protect this. Goodness. We lived it. Is the Thunder Wave. Is he just going for Hurricane into my Trevenant? Because that would be so rogue. Oh my lord, he actually is. That is actually so rogue. Okay, we'll switch in Incineroar here. Do I just die to Caliper if I don't heal from it? I think so. Now, the Gallade going down without doing anything is really, really bad. Really bad. Okay, that's going to proc our Citrus Berry, which puts us higher than we were before, which is great. Horn Leech. Do we get a Paralysis proc on our opponent here? No, he gets a Tailwind. We found another Citrus Berry. And we are going to fake out the Pelipper. And go for Will-O-Wisp into whatever comes into this slot here. It's probably our Chaludon. It's Basculegion, so the Will-O-Wisp, if this lands, is massive. It is massive. Ginormous even. Wait a minute, he doesn't know about Sucker Punch. Let's go Sucker Punch into the Basculegion, no? Boom. Okay, that did a little bit of damage. Wave Crash into the Incineroar. That might pick up the KO. Oh my word. Oh my word. Do we live these? No. No, we do not. Snarl's gonna be big. Is there even a way to win this one? I don't think there's a way to win without being just like hyper aggressive into the Sneasler. It's my only way. Oh my word, it doesn't KO. Gigaton KOs. Well, now I needed to be clicking Darkest Lariat. Any paralysis? Hurricane into that slot. Do we survive? We live it. We live it. We flinched. The rain stopped. Tailwind ran out. And the game is over. GG. So we won that one without even using Gallade properly. Like, he just got one shot, so that's game 2, guys. I mean, we got cute against 2 rain teams. What can you do? But just trust me, this team is really good. It's really fun, and you'll see, you know, future me shortly. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I've put the replica team code on screen now for you if you want to try it out for yourself. And if you liked the video, please consider subscribing so that we can keep making videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, give it a try. It's really good, this team. Give it a try. It's good. Better than yesterday's one.